Okay, fucking games time. My love, my anger, and all of my money. I just updated that so that it should actually push through notifications to the alert box when you donate to I Am Games, the most on-brand
show on
show.
Twitch.tv.
Yeah. I can never, like, what do we, is it the most on-brand just show? Do we just want to go with show?
That's what I've been mixing up show and stream.
Yeah.
Well, what would you like? Would you like to expand it to something more?
I think stream, just, it is a stream. It's not really a show.
Oh, it's an experience. That's what we need to say. The most on-brand experience.
On Twitch.tv. Oh, I gotta switch the fucking game.
So close to having everything.
Whoever. Fucking.
This is a prototype too. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. There we go. We are ONIMUSHA today. And of course now, because of the fact that initially it was called that, when the fucking VOD gets posted onto Twitch, it's gonna say Prototype 2 AM Games as the name of the video.
Some things we just can't fix. Like
we were so close. We were like beyond ready. We were like 5 minutes early.
Downtime. We're like, I guess
we were just sitting here, and I was like, oh yeah, I gotta fix the stupid fucking donations. Well, we're here now. We're here.
Subtitles are on. I just want to make sure that right before, because I couldn't hear anything in that trailer. Yeah.
Yes. So, this is gonna be ONIMUSHA 1. Tom somehow owns ONIMUSHA 1, 2, and what I guess is 4, and has played none of them.
Yeah, I got a bunch of PS2 games from one of my friends.
Oh, yeah, this opening cutscene was fucking mind-blowing graphics to me when this game came out. I mean, even right now, it's kind of mind-blowing. Like, this looks pretty fucking disgusting and amazing. Look at that shit, dude. This is like film quality.
Yeah, I remember the presentation of this game was a huge deal when it came out.
Oh my god. Because, a big part of it is that, the main character is, a major actor.
Right.
In Japan. And, yeah, the opening CGI cutscene, I think there's only, 2 FMVs in the game total, but they're both, ludicrously beautiful. And, I mean, the game itself looks great, too. It has fantastic art design. And the monsters look like they were ripped straight from Berserk. Straight up.
I mean, if you're gonna rip something off, that's what you rip off.
It's sort of a similar, it's set in, it's set in the samurai period as opposed to the medieval times, but it's that same kind of, uber dark period piece with demons, The demons are always fucking just...
Is there a better setting than, back in the day with demons? It's the best.
It's the best for, action horror,
Alright, well, there's an army. We're gonna get fucked.
I'm gonna look up just how many ONIMUSHA games there were.
3 was the one I was really excited to play, but I never got around to buying. Because it had the dude... It had, as I used to call him, the French roast man. That's how I knew him. So I only knew him from the shitty Godzilla movie, and he was obsessed with French roast coffee.
Yeah, I called him the French guy for, my whole childhood. Because he was my favorite character in the Godzilla movie.
He was the only one that was even slightly cool.
I mean, I loved that movie as a kid, because I was young enough to not think of it as any different from Godzilla.
God, my life would be so different if I was you.
Yeah.
Just for that there's a huge divergence and, faith in humanity with that movie.
Yeah, Whoa, I guess they're rebooting this game next year?
Woo!
Or something? I can't...
Should we, put this off till next year?
No, I'm not. I'm trying to figure it out. Because the timeline of release years, so this game is the first one, ONIMUSHA Warlords. This came out in 2001. ONIMUSHA 2 came out in 2002. Then there were 2 weird side games, which there was ONIMUSHA Tactics on the GBA and ONIMUSHA Blade Warriors, which is the Super Smash Bros. Clone on the PS2.
Whoa.
Very bizarre.
Whoa.
And then there's ONIMUSHA 3, which had the French guy, and then ONIMUSHA Dawn of Dreams 2 years later, which was I guess, an attempt to reboot the series with... I think they were trying to, like, make it into more of a, like, the type of action game that had gotten popular in the... Because, like, ONIMUSHA came out right before, like, Devil May Cry.
I mean, it was in development at the same time.
Yeah, and, like, because Devil May Cry totally changed the way that, like, 3D action games are going to be from that point forward, I think ONIMUSHA just kind of fell by the wayside as, like, dated.
It had a huge following, but people loved this game when it came out.
Yeah.
Like, it was a big fucking deal.
But I think with Dawn of Dreams, they tried to, like, change direction, and people just were not really... Nobody cared anymore. It was like, it was over. Then there's something called Onimusha Soul in 2012. I'm gonna assume this is some kind of fucking mobile game, because it doesn't even have a Wikipedia article.
It does sound like a bullshit mobile game.
Yeah, something that comes out in 2012, and Capcom's first browser game.
Okay.
A Sengoku simulation RPG. Okay.
Is this cutscene? This cutscene isn't looping, is it? Because it's been going on for a fucking while.
It is of a considerable length. I mean, this was like the thing.
They blew all their... I mean, they hired a fucking movie actor. They might as well put a movie in the game.
Right. And, I mean, this is all about the... It's all about the death of Oda Nobunaga, who is seen here. Oda Nobunaga being, of course, the most, like, famous badass in anime history, by which I mean Japanese history.
What's the difference?
Yeah. And, he... Did you know about Nobunaga? Surely you know something about Nobunaga. You watch enough anime.
I know there was a game called Nobunaga's Ambition or some shit.
So during the, like, the big fight, he was trying to overthrow the government, and he led this huge revolution where he was, like, trying to fucking overthrow the powers that be, and it was like... I guess it's famous in Japan because it was like the last major inland conflict before the whole country became unified. Like, basically the toppling of Nobunaga led to, like, the unification of Japan, and as, like, one entity, because up until that point they were always, like, you know, provinces at war and shit like that. And like, Nobunaga is kind of, like, sometimes he's painted as, like, the ultimate villain, but often he's also painted as, like, the ultimate hero. I guess it kind of depends on where you fall politically, but,
like Donald Trump.
A little bit like...
He's
Oda Nobunaga
Asian
is
Donald
basically
Trump.
Asian Donald Trump.
You've got me.
Oh my
He's the greatest guy ever now. Sold. He's gonna make Japan great again.
That was his goal. His goal was to make Japan great again.
Is he gonna build a wall to keep those Chinese out? They're not bringing their best. They're bringing their gunpowder.
Wasn't he also known for guerrilla tactics? Isn't that also why he's hated? That and the fact that he bought guns from America. So, like, Japan had never used guns. They were all samurai boys. And then, like...
Well, if you watch The Last Samurai...
Commander Perry. Yeah, that's about Nobunaga.
Yeah.
Like, he was on... Wasn't he on Nobunaga's team in that movie? Because they all get wiped out, right?
I don't know if that was Nobunaga. I think it was just some samurai guy. I don't think it was
him. Not him, but I'm saying, like, he was working for him or something.
No, I don't think the guy he was working for was Nobunaga. I think it was just some guy.
Nobunaga was trying to unite Japan. He is considered one of the 3 unifiers of Japan. Right, but
then,
we're
in the game now. Things are happening.
He was trying to... He bought the guns from Portugal. There was no America yet. Wait, when did Nobunaga happen? Because I didn't realize it was that long ago that there would be.
I think it was a while back, wasn't it?
All
right, these controls are weird.
I don't know, dude. Oh, jeez, he was in the 1500s.
All right, controls are weird. Animation.
I didn't realize he was back in the fucking 1500s.
Oh, whoa, this guy's sick. I have no idea what's going on. All right, Yuki's in trouble. I want to get my dick
last
wet.
year.
Oh damn! All right. Yeah, fucking. All right. I'm getting hurt.
In Hyoge Mono, he got cut in half and put his body back together and made tea out of his own blood and then died. Whoa. That sounds awesome. Where's Mark?
I can't wait for
Mark
Trump to do
here.
something like that.
Ohio gozaimasu.
When are we getting an Ohio Gozaimark shirt?
See, the problem with me trying to recall Japanese history is that I always get the Warring States period and the like late 1800s like Meiji, like beginning of the Meiji period confused. But like the Warring States period was, I guess, the 1500s, and that's where Sengoku Basara takes place and all that bullshit. If you ever hear anything about Sengoku, it's like the most popular period of Japanese history.
Dragon Ball Z takes place in the 1500s. Goku. Got it.
No.
Are they gonna fuck? Sounds like they fuck.
Everybody fucks this shit.
Anyway, point being that, like, Nobunaga, like, he died from getting an arrow in the neck, and, but in this, it's like, oh, and then he got resurrected by demons. Yeah, literally berserk.
This guy's cool.
You're gonna have to fight him, I think, more than once. This is one of those games where it's like each of the bosses is like a big motherfucker that you fight like 3 times throughout the game.
Like Devil May Cry.
Yeah. It is a lot like Devil May Cry.
If Devil May Cry had worse controls. That's what I got so far.
Well, this game is like... It's paced in a more, like, deliberate way. It's more of like a...
Well, I just got my ass.
I guess I would say that, like, if you tried to find, like, the middle ground between Resident Evil and Devil May Cry, you would end up with ONIMUSHA, basically.
So, like, I guess that makes sense considering it was before Devil May Cry and it was trying to be an action game. Yeah. Whoa. Purple flames.
No, Nobunaga dies in a temple fire. There found his body. I'm Nobunaga.
We're all Nobunaga.
Mark will play a game on tomorrow's stream, the midnight stream, where we're playing Soul Calibur 6.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Because I'm going to buy it on release day. Me and Mark are big Soul Calibur fans.
I'm a little bit of a Soul Calibur fan. I played a lot of Talim in Soul Calibur 2.
Mostly we're Soul Calibur 2 fans, as I think most people are. I think there's 2 kinds of Soul Calibur fans. People who care about Soul Calibur and people who care about playing Link in a fighting game when they were 12. You know?
I had the PS2, so we had Heihachi from Tekken.
You don't care about him, do you?
No, it was pretty gay. I was pretty bummed. The Xbox had Spawn.
Yeah.
You had Link, and then we got Heihachi from Tekken. He's already in a fighting game. I don't need him in another one.
Didn't it also have Kazuma, though?
No, just had Heihachi.
Oh. Thought it had both.
Alright, I have a cool gauntlet now. It looks like a bug.
The Ozkark says, whoa, all you guys are wrong. I just searched in the Fate Wiki and Nobunaga was actually a little girl. Yeah. Did you probably place Cassandra? No. No. Why would I play Cassandra?
I don't remember who you said you played, but I'm going to guess you play Keelik because he's gay.
Keelik is my secondary main because he plays just like my main, Sungmina, who is like Keelik's like clone.
Absorbing souls. Alright.
Nobody ever knows who Sungmina is when I bring her up because she was a secret character in Soul Calibur 2 and nobody played her.
Wait, was she?
Yeah.
You could fight her before you unlocked her, though. I know who Songmita is.
She's the one with the fucking, like... What would I call it? What is it called? It's not quite a halberd, but like a... It's like more blade than spear, but not as much blade as halberd. What are those called?
A stick. I have no idea. Alright, there's a lot of text, and I already don't care.
You don't gotta read any of this shit, dude.
It's telling me how to, like, play the game, though.
Who fucking cares? You can figure it out. It's literally like, press this button and a thing will happen. Oh, you mean I could just press that and find out?
How do I block? Alright, is that a block?
No, that's absorb souls.
Alright, that's absorb... See, if I read it, I would know. Is there a block?
Whoa!
Whoa! Okay, this is interesting.
Yeah, it's got strafing and shit.
I have to, like, hold a button for that. Oh, there's a quick turn. Man, you know what I could replace all these buttons with right now?
The other
analog
stick.
control. I'm just throwing that out there, video game.
I mean, by the time you get to, like, either 2 or 3, they did have like 3 definitely has full range motion. Like it's not tank.
Alright, so basically whenever you're in combat, hold down the L1 button or you will die.
Probably.
You have to let go to attack. Alright, this is a shiny thing. What is it? Give me the shiny.
It's a magic mirror. You can save game data here. Do you mean a Naginata? Maybe.
Why don't you
I've
just
never
look it
heard
up?
of this game. Is it any good? Yes, it is good. This game was very highly regarded when it came out, but again, like, the hype surrounding Devil May Cry, I feel like pushed this game off a lot of people's radar. Just because, again, like, when Devil May Cry came out and it, like, made 3D combat make sense, everybody was like, oh, we'll do this now. I mean, that's what I always hear. Like, I don't really know exactly how deep the influence of Devil May Cry ran, because I didn't play, like, a ton of action games in the PS2 era, but, like, that's what every single fucking reviewer said throughout that entire era.
There was a very clear shift.
I hope you're doing well, Digibro, because you fucked Steins Gate Zero for me. I loved that shit, now I know it's bad. I mean, get good. Learn faster. Why did I have to tell you that?
Ooh.
Just saying, you can live your life better now. I'm glad I've increased your fucking mental fortitude.
Now you know what he did to everybody who watched My Little Pony.
Yeah. Tom would play Nightmare.
No, I play Talon. I don't like slow characters. Okay, I don't... This block is not really blocking, so maybe this isn't block.
I Am Games Hollow Knight when? Do we own Hollow Knight even?
No, everyone's asking for Hollow Knight every fucking week. These needy bitches.
Don't you get enough Hollow Knight from Nate? Like, damn. Like, I'm already sick of Hollow Knight from how much Nate talks about it. Like, all he fucking talks about. Like, I'm pretty sure it's the only video game he's played in the last, like, 2 years.
Yeah, you're probably not even wrong. Alright, well... Hurry.
Oh yeah, weirdly this first level has like a lot of cutscene interruption, but it's not really like that throughout the rest of the game. I think they were just trying to make this like cinematic lead-in kind of to the like, because most of this game takes place in a mansion, not unlike Resident Evil, except it's like a samurai mansion. I definitely think they were trying to make like a Resident Evil except it's samurai horror instead of like zombie horror with this game, but like since it is samurai, it's like, well, that means it's got to play different. And there's not, you know, the emphasis on resource management, but it still kind of has that. I mean, you haven't played Resident Evil, so you don't know that much about the mechanics anyways, but like
I play a little bit of it.
You definitely have to like you will eventually have like a strong mental map of the mansion where the game takes place as you run back and forth around it, solving puzzles and shit. You should play Neo and maybe even learn something about Nobunaga. Probably.
I mean, I'm just gonna throw this out there. If you read books, that's you learn things.
Learned most about Nobunaga from Neo and Drifters. The funny thing is, I've consumed shitloads of Nobunaga media. I just get all the Japanese time periods mixed up in my head because they all just have fucking samurai. Japan just didn't change for like 600 fucking years, you know?
Whoa, those guys are retarded looking.
I am about to leave to watch Zombieland Saga Ep 3. Want to tell me what you thought of Ep 2 before I leave? Episode 2 is great. I don't know why you have to leave to do that. You could just wait.
You should wait.
It's not going anywhere.
You bitch.
This is
you
going somewhere.
bitch.
Did you watch the new Promare trailer? No, I don't bother watching trailers. Trailers do nothing for me at all.
Did just boring. Trailers are cool.
I don't understand why you like trailers.
It's called, you get a nice little preview of what's about to come.
It's called marketing.
Did you enjoy Log Horizon from the beginning?
Mark would
I watched
know
the first
that.
4 episodes and it was pretty painful. I wanted the red-haired little girl to day every time she said anything with that ugu-ass voice. I'm holding on till episode 6 since you mentioned it starts slow. I loved it right from the fucking get-go. Also, I love her voice. Serara. Her voice is fucking adorable, dude. How can you not like? How you feel, Mark? Do you like Sarada's voice? It's aight.
Yanta!
I mean, she's not really around much, so you don't gotta worry too much about it. She's not a major character.
As soon as I learn how to block and dodge, this game will be pretty sick. But we're not there yet, so it's a big hole. Did the monster do this? You can't get around it.
I have a looper.
Did you know that before DMC became what it was, Dante and Virgil were supposed to be creepy experiment twins or something?
That doesn't surprise me. I did not know that though. Hey guys, did you notice that Dante wears a red coat and Samanosuke wears red armor? It's pretty weird. It's a conspiracy.
You should watch SSSS Gridman with Tom. It's dope and much better than I expected, and a lot of Toku goodness for Tom.
Speak my language.
Yes, Gridman's the current Trigger show. I've heard
I didn't even know Trigger was making something right now.
Yeah, like a lot of people have just said it's like mediocre, but it seems like the good people of A seem to enjoy it enough, and they're the ones who I trust with a show like that. Because it's based on an old Toku.
All I know is the girl has thick thighs.
There you go.
That's all.
What else
All
do
I
you need to know?
Wait, did you check that little cove there? There was a cove there, right? On the right? Can you go? Yeah.
Mm.
Ancient Chinese secret. Tap X randomly and see if
I think this is where I came from.
Oh. I wasn't paying attention, so.
Yeah.
I fucking love pre-rendered backgrounds! They look really good in this game. This is like the last fucking game I could think of that has like beautiful pre-rendered backgrounds like this.
At least they went out on a high note. Unlike the PS1, they actually had enough like memory and like colors to make them like pretty crazy looking. Looks like this mummified monk was supposed to guard this temple. Doing a bad job, buddy.
It is adorable, but my problem with the show is that they seem to be selling me archetypes instead of characters, if that makes any sense. The little girl isn't a little girl, or this girl isn't a little girl, is the adorable girl you're supposed to feel sorry for. Maybe the show just isn't my thing after all. I'll hold on to episode 6, though. I don't know what archetypes you think these characters are. I mean, again, Serara is like a pretty minor character. She's just kind of in love with Nyanta, and that's basically her thing. Like, I would almost even call her like a plot device for that first arc. That she's just like, they needed to go save her so that they would have something to do that would get them out of Akihabara. So that Akihabara could sort of take shape before they come back. I mean, the first arc is definitely like the worst part of Log Horizon because it's not apparent like exactly what the show is going to be about yet, I think. But I mean, for me it was not like the characters that got their hooks in me. It's like the conceit of the show.
Looks that got their hooks in them.
You got the Thunder Orb.
Digi, can you put the instrumentals from Manic High, Manic Low and the ones from the album/mixtapes that came afterwards on your Bandcamp? I mean,
I got Alistair and Devil May Cry. Now I got a Thunder Sword.
You can find almost all of the instrumentals on Shade's SoundCloud, or like most of my instrumentals are just I go to Shade's SoundCloud and download one of the songs and then do a thing over it. And then if it's made by Blind Skywatcher, they put all of their instrumentals on some albums on their Bandcamp. So, like, they're all out there.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this.
Gridman is pretty lame for a Trigger show, especially for an Amamiya show. I don't know. I'll be the judge of that. I mean, I didn't even watch, like, past the first episode of Ninja Slayer. You gotta put the numbers in order, dog. Just do it once, you're good. Just do that. Yeah, press A. You're good. Will you guys play Smash Ultimate? I don't know. Tom really doesn't like Smash.
I'll play it, but I won't be happy about it.
I mean, you don't want to have to pay for it, do you?
God, no.
Digibro, where do you take your nick from? Do you like Digimon? I mean, I watched it when I was a kid. I have no real memories of what the fuck goes on in Digimon. But my name comes from the song 21st Century Digital Boy by Bad Religion. It goes like, 'cause I'm a 21st century digital boy. I don't know how to read, but I got a lot of toys. My daddy's a lazy middle class intellectual. My mommy's on Valium, so ineffectual. Ain't life a mystery, yeah.
Save things.
It's a great fucking song.
Weird. Error. Yeah.
I wouldn't consider that an error, that there is not yet save data.
It takes a long time to save. Which makes me think that I didn't hit the button, but I did. Just taking its goddamn time.
Do I need to watch Steins Gate, or can I just watch all your videos about it and get the point and themes? I wrote the videos so that you could watch them without having seen either show. However, you should watch Steins Gate, the original show, because it's great.
Yeah, it should be called Steins Great.
Exactly.
Okay, it's still saving the game. Did it crash? Are we going to have to start over?
I don't think so. I think it might just be a long time creating the fucking file. You know, it said it had no data. So it's probably creating like the entire data structure and shit.
Should be like,
I don't know. We'll give it like a minute. And if it fucks up, then we'll...
I don't know if I want to play it all over again. I mean, I don't care. But it's 2 streams in a row. We have to do everything over again because of saving. Saving is gay.
Yeah. I don't know why this would be happening. Why would it crash? Since when do PS2s crash?
Since today on IM Games.
You can switch to Genji if you want.
No, we're already invested in this.
So you do want to start over?
No, I don't. I want this to work.
Well...
That's what I want.
Hey, there you go.
Oh, something's happening.
It literally just had to create the entire fucking... It must be a fucking huge file or something, like...
Jesus.
It must be considerable. It must just, like, download the entire game to the memory card or something.
Chant the name of a clan that has been subverted by the demons. I don't know what the fuck that means.
What do you guys think of Ghost of Tsushima, a game shown at E3? You know about that one? Ghost of Tsushima?
That's the new, it's not the new FromSoft game, is it?
No.
That's like the other samurai game that's kind of at the same time.
Yeah.
Man, I don't care. I don't know anything about it.
Gridman has crazy good layouts and big fat anime ass, so it's a 10 out of 10 from the get-go.
Ho ho!
I like the sound of good layouts.
Oh. That's what you were excited about?
Yeah, I legitimately, yes. I didn't even think about the fact that I was passing up the ass by saying that.
Disgusting.
Why does pressing the Alt key on this computer open up, like, the top bar of Firefox? Does it always do that?
I don't know. Oh god, ow. I don't know how this works. How do I dodge? What do I do? Where do I go? Alright.
I heard second season of Log Horizon was a disaster, so I dropped it at episode 7. You heard wrong. It's not... People are so fucking stupid about goddamn Log Horizon. I don't understand it.
Maybe you're stupid about Log Horizon.
No.
You know what they say?
Everyone just watches it for the wrong reasons.
If everybody else is wrong except you, maybe you're the one who's wrong.
But well, lots of people love Log Horizon. Just people have weird opinions about it. I just don't think that most people like it as much as I do at the core level, because what I like about Log Horizon goes like long beyond it as a show. It's like what it has to say about the world and society that is interesting to me, you know? And like season 2, okay, I think the biggest reason that a lot season 2 is definitely not as good as season 1. I will say that. But the failures of it are mostly like visual and pacing. And it's like it's literally like taking a 10 out of 10 show down to like a strong 7 to a light 8. It's not like bad. It's not like Steins Gate Zero, which is legitimately a fucking disaster.
It is a 0.
Log Horizon Season 2 is just more adaptation of the light novels. Like, it could only have been so much worse. It has the same soundtrack, and the soundtrack is like half the appeal of the show anyways. It's got the fucking best music.
Oh god. That's a big guy.
All the characters you know and love are still there. Log Horizon is the only anime that has me interested in its politics. I know, right?
Alright, time for some... Yeah. Yeah, magic. Oh god, he's still going.
Whoa, Genji's made by Sucker Punch?
What?
Oh no, it's the Ghost of Tsushima is the game by Sucker Punch. Sorry, somebody had mentioned Genji, and then someone said it's that samurai game by Sucker Punch, and I was like, whoa. No, Ghost of Tsushima is.
All right, that's who made it. Poke.
Gridman is just okay, the main characters suck ass, and so much of the appeal of what it should be is the drama and pathos they go through and how they deal with this weird situation. I heard it was bad because characters regress into harem tropes and their characterization gets dumbed down and sometimes rewinded because of it. In Log Horizon? I mean, I haven't finished Season 2, but that doesn't happen in the first half. The problems with Log Horizon Season 2 are just simply that they had to stretch it out, and so they added in a lot of, like, filler dialogue, and, like, the animation goes to fuck. And it's also just not as well directed. I don't know if it is the same director or not, because sometimes it feels the same, but, like, sometimes there's scenes that are just edited like a clusterfuck, whereas the first season is, like, very beautifully edited, but, like... Have you watched Season 2 of Log Horizon at all, Tom?
I watched the first 2 episodes, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't finish it, because I'm retarded. We should watch it at some point.
I'm already, like, 8 episodes in watching it with May.
Never ask me if I want to watch anime.
Well, we usually watch when we're eating. We usually just, like, sit down with food and put something on, but because it's Log Horizon, it's, like, super addicting, so we end up watching, like, 5 episodes.
Dry boat. Here we go.
It's called Samurai Shampoo because that boy needs to shower that dirty hair.
Jesus.
Oh boy.
I have a ladder. Shouldn't I be able to descend using the ladder? Someone in the chat, teach me how to dodge/block in this game. Is this the dodge mechanic? And if so, I'm unimpressed.
I was watching second season while it was airing. That's what I was about to say, is that I think a lot of people who don't like the second season, it's because they watch the first season all at once and then watch the second season weekly. Weekly viewing will always ruin anything. I'm just saying it right now. If you catch up with something and then you try to consume it as it's coming out, you will always regret it. Because it's just a worse way to consume media. It just divides your attention over a greater amount of time. It makes you notice, like, way more of, like... Because... And it's not necessarily a problem with the show that sometimes episodes are boring. Like, sometimes there's just necessary setup, and, like, a lot of the times shows aren't necessarily written with the idea that they'll... Like, even though they know it's going to be watched week by week, like, in order to convey this type of story, it makes more sense to write it as a continuous narrative. And in cases like that, when you watch it back to back, you'll just be like, oh, okay, this feels right. Whereas watching it weekly might feel drawn out. And, like, with Log Horizon Season 2, again, I will say, some of the episodes are just drawn out. But, like, when you marathon it, it's not as fucking egregious, you know? It's not as painful as getting a new episode and being like, oh, Akatsuki gave the same speech about how she wants to get stronger like 5 times. But,
We've all been there.
Yeah. Thoughts on Doga Kobo? Their animation is beautiful. They haven't really made anything I would love yet. Tom Oliver is doing his best Mango impressions. That's a Smash player. He's like a Smash god.
I wish I was a god at anything. Alright, we're done saving.
I just watched like most of Ep 1 of Gridman, skipped through parts, and it's unintentionally unsettling. There's no music and the pacing is extremely fast and confusing. That sounds interesting.
Alright, I'm gonna try something. I wanna go to the enhance. I wanna see what enhance does.
Anyone else have this thing where you hate people recommending things to you and just like to go blindly into something without knowing of its quality? I know that Hippo is like that. Hippo has said like he only really feels like encouraged to watch something if he feels like he discovered it himself, which creates a paradox where he never finds anything new unless he like goes out in search of something to watch. But like when people tell him to like, oh, you need to check this out, he like will have even less odds of checking it out. Personally, I just know everything. Like I know every piece of media, so like I already have a decent sense of what I will or won't like, and when I try to ask for recommendations, people seem to have difficulty identifying the unifying factor between the things I like that would make me like another thing. Do you know what I mean?
You're just a special snowflake.
I guess I am. It's a huge problem. Like I do not enjoy being...
I don't know how to block. I don't know how to do anything.
Suck in some souls. I think there was some health souls. Get out of his way, dude. I think maybe you just gotta get behind him.
Maybe. I just figured...
Make him, get him stuck on this stupid rock in the middle of the fucking place.
Oh, he was ready for me.
I
guess that strategy's out.
I guess that rock was there so you could get that big health.
Didn't do much.
You probably should have read the instructions on how to play. That looks like a block that you're doing right there.
It's not, though. You still get fucking railed doing this.
Do you, if you hold back, does it block?
I just move backward when I do that.
I know there is some kind of block. Oh, maybe you're just meant to stab him and fucking run away. That looks like it's working. He's pretty fucking slow.
Oh, now he's mad.
Oh, shit.
Now he's moving. Now we're toasty.
He's getting redder, I think.
Like the video game villains of old.
Yeah. I mean, it's Capcom. They gotta, you know... They always keep up the good old
my
tradition.
Tits. Oh, God! I think I'm dead.
I would say so.
Well,
you spent the first while figuring out the fight, so...
I also only had a third life when I went into the battle.
Why do you want to delete r/digibro? Because it's fucking terrible. The only people who post on r/digibro are people who hate me. Like, every video that gets posted, all the comments are like, this video's shit. Digibro sure has gone downhill. And it's just like... Because it used to be... The point of r/digibro was it was a place where you could have, like, better discussion of the content than the YouTube comments. But once I made the Discord for patrons, like, I pretty much stopped checking the Reddit and, like, only talked to people in the Discord. And so, like, it became that the only people on the Reddit were people who aren't patrons but are still watching my content and usually just want a place to complain about it. So, like, every fucking post is just, like, the most asinine bitching about my content imaginable.
Well, I can't wait for you to delete it and then for our fuck Digi Bro form.
That's fine.
I'll just keep posting on there and be like, I really want to suck Digi's dick. Like, that's not what this board's about. I'm like, oh.
Also, Digi, I appreciate how good you are at contextualizing what the chat is saying with what was said like 3 minutes ago on stream. For some reason, a lot of my friends can't really contextualize comments like that.
Because they're slow.
Currently writing a fanfic that I want to be basically a poorly veiled stream of consciousness with my inner discussions about various deep-ass concepts, but I'm scared it'll turn out shit. What do I do? Why a fanfic? Why not just write a story that is just your stream of consciousness of all your ideas?
Maybe that's how it gets better for you.
I mean, what is it a fanfic of? I just finished Vampire Hunter D Bloodlust. Look amazing.
Yeah, it does. It really does. God. I love getting caught on the scenery.
It is the same director for both seasons of Log Horizon. He also directed the entirety of Fairy Tail, The More You Know. Well, he did a good job on Log Horizon. I don't like being recommended things either because people are bad at describing how they're cool and they mostly just sound stupid rather than something I'd want to watch. Yeah.
Ow.
Have we talked about Sekiro? No. I literally do not look at pre-release materials for anything. I don't care about something until it's out. Because if you get hyped for something and it turns out to be shit, then it's gonna be like you wasted all your fucking time. Tom likes to get hyped for shit. I don't really understand why.
Because it's fun.
But what about when it turns out shit? Don't you feel like you wasted your fucking time?
No, then you have righteous indignation.
I just get disappointed. Like, for me, the only way to get that indignation would be to, like...
I can't do these controls. These controls are so bad.
There has to be a block button.
I doubt it. I don't think there is.
I know there is. I played this game.
I'm trying to, like, move to avoid his attacks and just go forward because this is tank controls and not normal human controls. Ooh! It's the second game in a row that is significantly worse for having tank controls.
Block parry. Press or hold down the L1 button.
That's
the most overrated technique in the game. This allows you to deflect an enemy's attack without taking damage when an enemy strikes you. It's good, but it has its limitations. Note, unfortunately in Onimusha, when you equip any ranged weapon, you cannot block or parry with them and you will take damage, blah blah blah.
L1? I thought L1 was the same as R1. It has the same animation.
Okay. Apparently it's overrated.
Well, I mean... that's like your opinion, bro. Skip.
Talk about how pre-rendered backgrounds are the shit and should come back. Agreed.
I don't like them. They look nice, but it makes for confusing
well, in
cuts.
An action game like this, it's not the best.
Yeah, because right now, like, the boss keeps popping around. It's very odd.
In, like, a slow plotting game like Resident Evil, it's a lot better. And in RPGs, it is absolutely the way to go. Like, the Final Fantasy games are all fucking beautiful.
Oh, well, that didn't work.
Yeah, I mean, he did do an overhead strike. Like,
well,
come on.
It just said you can block every attack. I was listening to what the wiki said.
No, it said it had its limits. And also, the word I used was enemy, not every. Diggin' Tom, big thanks for getting me into Proto Man. That shit is dope as fuck. Hell yeah. DigiGridman is dope. Don't believe the normies in the Chad. I have like 74.1% affinity to you on Mal with 773 shared anime. That is pretty impressive. Digi, on your point in Digi and May do Pokemon Coliseum number 9. You should do what makes you happy. Fuck the audience. I followed you since the pony days, and I'm still around because I'm invested in you. I just don't want you to become so fed up and estranged that you check out completely and I can't follow your narratives that is your life anymore. I'm sure that your core audience feels the same. Thank you. I will. I will do exactly that. Right now what I want to do is I am games! This is the most fun way to get, like, interaction with the audience, where it's very, like, it's one-to-one. Like, I hate having to type things out to people, like, individually, because, like, that extra second of thought that it takes to make it, to structure a sentence is, like, more time than I want to spend on, like, dumbass conversation, you know? It's one thing if I can just read the chat and then say something right away. And,
right away in quotations.
Well, I say it right after I read it.
Yeah.
Oh my god, this is agony. This memory card loading thing takes way too long.
Yeah, it's ludicrous.
There should be an option to just continue so you don't have to keep reloading everything. It shouldn't kick you back to the title.
Yeah, it's very strange. There is also an Xbox version of this game.
Which I thought we had.
Called Genma Onimusha. You
Right.
might. I didn't even look. We can't play Xbox games right now, though.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to, like, grind for health, because, like, I don't have a full health bar, and it is causing me to die. Wait, do I have is an herb? I have an herb. Does an herb heal you in this game?
I believe so.
Herb. Use. God damn it.
Yeah. Yeah!
Fuck this game. I'm gonna save just in case I die again. Actually, no, it's gonna take too long. It'd be quicker to just fucking use the item again. I just want to play. I didn't know bosses could be such pests, you cunt.
So here's the differences with Genma. It was ported to Xbox in 2002 under the title Genma Onimusha. It was announced by Capcom in 2001, blah blah. Contains many updates to the game, including enhanced graphics, 5.1 Dolby Digital Audio, new explorable areas, a new boss, new costumes and body armor, changes in enemy placement, a 3-tier charge attack to each weapon. Additionally, the inclusion of green souls adds a new dimension to the game. When 5 green souls are in the player's possession, the player can activate temporary invulnerability with a slow health recharge. Players frequently have to enter tug-of-war scenarios with the enemies over possession of green souls. If the green soul is absorbed by a demon, the demon will gain new attacks, but they will also see a dramatic increase in their defense. But they will release a greater number of souls upon death. Yeah, all I've ever heard about Genma Onimusha was that it is harder. Like, it's meant for, like, people who beat the original.
Oh, I keep fucking that up. I'm so retarded. I'm, like, dodging all the blockable hits. I'm blocking... I'm fucking it up. I'm doing it wrong.
I would definitely say that, like, not unlike the first spider boss fight in Devil May Cry, this is meant to be like a skill check. Like, hey, have you figured out the combat controls?
It's not about
yet?
a skill check. It's just bad controls. Because in Devil May Cry 1, I just spanked that guy without even, like, knowing it was a problem.
Really?
Yeah, like...
You spanked the spider on your first try? That took, like, an hour to do.
I don't know if it was my first try, but it was almost... It was within, like, 2 or 3 tries, that guy was done.
I fucking had a real hard time with that dude.
So, it's just the fact that I hate tank controls so much. So much. So much. So much.
You just played too much Devil May Cry.
I just played too much of the right way to play games, you're right. I can't play bad versions of games anymore.
I don't know, like, for me, it is no more fun to play that type of game.
Oh my god.
What is it like to be so wrong?
It's just a different logic. You just...
Right. And this logic does not compute with me. It's like...
That sounds like a...
It's like trying to install a .dmg file on a Windows PC. It just doesn't read it. It's like my brain. It ain't gonna happen, Chief.
I just lived, and I can tell you guys, it sucks. Don't try it.
Oh, yeah. I learned that my lesson a long time ago.
Oh, yeah. Big shout out, Ice Killer 159. He says, by the way, Digi, I posted all your old Pure Volume shit on the Reddit a while ago since it was going to shut down. Just letting you know. I do know. I got all that shit. thank you a ton. I literally forgot to do it in time, and you saved my ass. Big shout out to Ice Killer 159. How labyrinthine is this game? Not.
You know what's the biggest insult is right now for me about this game?
What?
In that cutscene, I do a dodge roll, and I can't do that in the game. It's like, look at this one move that keeps killing you, that if you could do this maneuver, you could get out of the way of.
I mean, you seem to be dodging perfectly fine when you do it.
Ugh, okay, again. No. Weird. Move. Oh, God.
On a scale of 1 to come, how happy would you be if Google just dies? I don't know if I want them to just die. I don't know. Maybe it'd be cool. I mean, it would be hard to build back from that.
Unplayable.
Do you want to switch games, bro?
No.
You want to go play Genji?
No.
I don't think Genji has tank controls.
I want this guy to die.
We'd still get our samurai action. Oh shit, yeah. Use that fucking special, dude. There's a ton of health orbs. And
yeah, I don't have time to sit back and absorb them. And these, between the tank controls and the camera, this is old. This is old in all the wrong ways. Holy fuck.
We're just gonna have to I'm gonna have to review all the tank control games myself.
No, we're just gonna have to strike tank controls from the face of history because they are unforgivably bad.
The reason, my mentality towards games
no, you do. The
towards
problem
games
is
like this is to defend tank controls.
No, absolutely not. Because normal controls is if I'm in that camera angle where I just died and I want to escape. Normally, I'd press it down this way, away towards me, to run away. But in the tank controls, that's right into his line of fire.
Do you know how to read a map?
Yeah, I do know how to read a map.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Then you should have no problem with this.
No. It's because I have years of muscle memory of this is how games work. And for the last, I don't know, when did this come out? 2001? 17 fucking years?
Why are you playing so many new games? New games suck.
New games have good controls.
Yeah, but they suck balls.
Okay.
Because they think that all they need is good controls to be a good game.
No,
so they all play exactly the same.
If only we could have good games with good control. Why do we have to choose? Oh, wait, we don't. Devil May Cry 1 exists. AKA the best game.
The camera sucks in that game.
No, it doesn't.
It's the same as this game. The camera's all over the place.
It has slight panning because they're all 3D models, so there's a bit more forgiving on that, and you have full analog, so when you want to move, you just move. It's way better. Not to say this is a bad game, it just has incredibly bad controls that knock the 2.5 points off its overall score right from the get-go.
How can it not be a bad game if the entire interface of the game is not fun?
Because it's not fun to me. You don't have a problem with it. This is clearly a personal preference thing.
Sure.
But in my opinion, tank controls should be banned. Every game with tank...
Well, they have been banned. No game gets made with tank controls.
But now tank control... Every copy of every game made with tank controls should be... It should be Capcom's legal duty to confiscate all copies of ONIMUSHA, put in tank controls, and give them back to everyone who owns the game, because they fucked up that bad.
You must demote Tom from being game since he's too much of a casual for tank controls.
You know what? You call it being too much of a casual. I call it too much of being a person who just wants common sense shit.
You just want to play Devil May Cry at all times.
No, I just want to play something that plays like Devil May Cry at all times. There's a subtle difference there, I promise.
Tank controls are not games. Don't play with controls that belong in diapers.
Hey, this guy knows what's up.
Didn't you say 20 minutes ago that there's a quick turn button?
There is. But that just turns you 180 degrees, which doesn't help 90% of the time.
We got $1 from Isaiah who says, will you guys play Smash Ultimate? We just answered that question 10 minutes ago, but since you gave us $1, The answer is, I don't know, because Tom really doesn't want to play it because he doesn't like Smash. And Tom's the one who owns a Switch. I have no desire to buy a Switch game. I also don't want to buy it for $60 at launch because I know I won't play it.
I keep running into him. I keep going the wrong way. No. God.
Huh? Is the alert box not working? Oh, shit.
Why'd the alert box not work if literally nothing's changed about
I
the alert
don't know.
box?
We literally left everything open and working on the thing the whole time. But a guy just subscribed.
I can't.
Oh, shit. I just fucking straight stepped in salsa! Ah! Why is it right there?
Tell me to bring it up.
Why'd you put it right next to
God.
my
So you
feet?
see it.
Well, he saw it with his foot.
Yeah, alright. I guess I'll clean up the rest of this village with the
No. I hate this. I'm just trying to get used to the tank controls right now. I'm still not there.
Oh, my foot's gross. Oh, I'm tracking salsa.
I'm sorry.
I need to go get a...
I'm sorry. It's all my fault. It's all my fault.
Mark. Mark.
I did it. Money.
Oh no.
It smells like salsa.
I can't imagine why. Okay, what's going on? How do I play this game?
I was very fucking confused when I put my foot down. Because I was like... It felt like some kind of weird soft gel. And I was like, what the fuck? What is this gel? Like, was there a gel pack under my foot? What's going on? And then I looked down and realized I am in salsa.
I got him. I beat his dick
Oh, you
like
did it.
Spicy foot.
with my
You fucking got good.
dick.
Where is spicy salts?
He's dead, assuming.
Banished to the Shadow Realm. I beat him in a duel. He was foolish enough to challenge me with the seal of Orichalcos, but he lost, so his soul was locked into the Shadow Realm forever.
Shadow Realm.
Yeah, that's some Yu-Gi-Oh! Like season
Oh shit.
whatever. Alright, I guess I go this way. I kinda wanna save. I don't ever wanna do that again for as long as I live. Oh, journal number 2. I am a sad, pathetic coward, weak, and unworthy of the priesthood. My master was seriously injured during the battle against the demons. I could not do anything. I could not save my master. He asked me to bring his wounded body to the entrance of the cave. Then he began to perform his final ceremonial rites. He made up his mind to offer his life and die there as a human sacrifice. With his remaining powers, he is trying to sacrifice himself and set up barriers at the entrance of the cave so the demons cannot get out. My master gave me a document and a jewel, and then ordered me to leave the cave. That was the most embarrassing moment of my life. I felt relieved to know that I could come out of the cave. I was too happy to be leaving to be worried about my master. I could only think of myself. Afterwards, I hid the document and the jewel, and I came back to my master's place of sacrifice. I will never have willpower like that of my master. All I can do is learn as much as testament to my findings. That's the reward I got for beating this boss.
Story?
Yeah.
I don't know what's wrong with the alert box. I don't know why it didn't work. Yeah, that's a major go man over there from Mark for the salsa incident.
We need a major go man for fucking up the alert box again, apparently.
I don't know what the fuck is wrong with it. Someone's got to test it again to make sure.
I don't want to keep going. I'm going back.
Thank you, Dylan
I'm
Harper.
going back to save. I don't trust this game. Are the save points like gay in
They're
this?
not rare, I don't think.
Well, I'm not. I'm just not. I'm not taking any chances. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Can I even go through this way, or is it gonna lock me out? Nope. I have to keep going.
Yeah, he did break your door.
I don't remember. I wasn't paying attention. I thought I was just gonna lose again. Okay.
I mean, he broke it before the fight began to trap you in there with him.
Right, but I wasn't paying attention to the cutscene for like the 4th time. Yeah. This is some aesthetic shit right here.
Does Tom like Soul Calibur? I assume so.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I'm not good at it at all. What the fuck is that voice?
Digi, when will you play Isbot? It's just $1 on Steam and it's almost as good as Super Meat Boy. I've never even heard of it. Literally just turned the featuring Dante from DMC meme into reality. Every game has Dante with DMC mechanics.
Featuring Dante's control scheme from the Devil May Cry series.
Tom, what don't you like about Smash?
I think I'm just too autistic to play it.
That's impossible.
There's just like so much going on that I don't like keeping track of it. I don't like the way the combos work.
Wait, are you playing it with items on?
Even without items, it's just like 4 people flying around and.
Well, nobody plays 4-player.
I don't
Smash.
like the way combos are handled. They're not fun to do. It's just like holding a direction and a button.
I didn't even know. Like, I mean, like combos are like a pro strat in Smash. Like, you don't naturally form combos, really.
I got him.
If you don't like the tank controls, just wait for the PS4 version. It has alternate controls added that you would prefer. We did not know they were remaking this game until
that was
like an hour ago. And I guess that's happening. I guess that's what it is.
The Capcom literally listened to me. They are taking this game and they're fixing their mistake.
Guys, can we acknowledge that we have over 100 people watching right now? No breaks on the games train. We've had 115 on this show a few times, so I'm not totally impressed by just being over 100.
I mean,
you know,
I'll take my victories where I can get them, dude.
Yeah.
Give me those triple digits.
Man, if Sakurai does something like Subspace in Smash Ultimate, I will come.
He won't.
Whoa. You said come.
Mm-hmm.
Shit.
Come. I got the fire orb. Now I have fire powers.
Tom doesn't smash enough to play Smash.
I mean...
Oh,
Have
shit.
you guys been making any DAT sites? We have.
Yes!
Highly recommend you go to the IM Games Discord where we're going to be opening, I guess, a DAT hype channel so that people can talk about it. Cause,
I wanted to call it DAT hype because if you don't know what DAT is, you just see DAT hype. You're like,
Right.
what is that?
What's all that hype about?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, dude, because of the fact that, like, all we do is talk about Web 3.0 and that we're trying to make it real, we definitely want to, like, engage the IM Games, user base to fucking become DAT. So, I just made a blog on there a bit ago using a thing that, that's easy. You just read the chat, you'll figure it out, but, Mark is making a web page that tracks the status of weed's legalization and availability in Massachusetts. So that's going to be great because, like, literally we check every day. He checks every day.
What the fuck, man? Get
Sorry.
my fucking pronouns right.
I'm sorry, I can't ever remember what demi boys are considered.
Oh my god. Demi-man.
Demi-man.
So demi-he.
Demi-man?
Demi-him.
That sounds like a superhero.
Demi-man.
Oh god. Oh god, what's going on? There are things... I'm afraid...
Do you like Papers, Please? I've never played it. I know the guy made a new game.
Yeah. I played the demo of his new game, like, months ago, and I was amazed. Well, not amazed, but it was pretty cool. The visual style is, like, it's all just either black or white pixels. It's pretty cool. It's pretty sick. Pretty aesthetic. There's music now.
Demi-man, more like Devil-man, am I right? You are right.
What's the difference?
I asked a friend I have
Demi
a friend
Devaman.
who works
It's like
at
Demi
Google,
Devamon.
and when I told him, he
But a
said he would
man.
look into it. So I'm kind of waiting for him to give me his thoughts. I don't know what you're talking about.
Dat, maybe?
I thought he was making a joke about, I have a friend who works at Google.
I work at Google.
Mark, your inside agent.
Yeah.
Gonna fucking...
Oh, Spicy Salts is here, by the way, and keeps asking why we are playing this game. Because it's dope.
Yeah. Why do we play any of these games? There's really no rhyme or reason to what we play.
Well, there is. There is rhyme and reason. We either play games that are new and being talked about, or we play games that are old and haven't been talked about enough.
I'm a fucking dancing man.
When are we gonna get an IM Games cryptocurrency?
Shit, I don't know.
I don't imagine we could make it very valuable. Oh shit, kill that guy.
Oh god.
Shit.
Oh
Fuck.
god.
Oh no.
Ah!
Oh my god.
Okay, I can't really do anything. They're just stealing my magic.
Get away, get away,
What
get
the
away.
fuck? Tank controls suck my cock.
Tom, I think we should switch games. I don't think you're ever gonna have any more fun with these tank controls.
No, I'm gonna get used to it.
Do you think so?
I'm gonna be games.
Are you like, do you want to get used to it?
Yeah, this game's fun.
You like it?
Despite the fact that it controls like a retarded autistic
See,
monkey.
I can't like fathom the idea of thinking something is fun and that it controls bad. Because controls are the only thing I care about.
Then why are you giving me shit for tank controls?
Because I don't dislike them. The game is built around the tank controls. You just gotta think like a tank. You just gotta think.
I don't want to think like a tank. I want to think like a man. My heart beats. The blood pumps through my veins. I am a man.
The fun thing about tank controls is that you
Nothing.
can just like hold forward and like just kind of nudge left and right and move, and it's neat.
No. Because like, you don't respond enough, so you always have to like. Okay.
Just don't press the back button. Like,
I don't wanna press-
think of
Hair
it-
across on my first try.
Oh shit! Hair across is fucking dope.
Yeah.
See how like wide
So
you turn?
good.
It's like not good. Like if you're trying to make precise movements, you have to
Well,
stop.
you gotta be
have
using
to
the
adjust.
lock on if you're doing precise movements. You know?
Like even if I just want to go over to that like candle thing, if I'm not doing it completely, it's frustrating.
Let me see it.
It's
Let
gay.
me try it. I want to see what this feels like. I mean, you can make much more precise movements by stopping.
That's my whole point. You don't have to stop if you're not using tank controls.
But why not stop?
Because you want to keep that flow going. You just said the best thing about tank controls was able to just hold up. And now you're saying, well, you got to stop all the time.
Well, I just meant you don't gotta press back. You know? There's no need.
You don't have to
I mean,
press back.
I'll give you that this game in particular, I don't think tank controls, like, they're not the best tank controls I've played with, or the best game to have had them. Like, I certainly would say that this type of game probably didn't need this type of control scheme. Like, it didn't... With Tenchu, it felt more right than it does here, because Tenchu was so deliberate and, like...
No, I think this feels way better than Tenchu. Tenchu was
think so?
was an unplayable mess.
I felt the opposite.
Because like it has the full 3D camera, so it just conceptually it feels completely unnecessary.
Onimusha 2, The Revenge of Onimusha Spirit for Xbox is better than Shinobi. That is not a game. So this is what happens when I catch up to the chat, is that there's nothing to read now. So, like, everybody's always like, oh, just stay caught up with the chat. But, like, what am I going to read if I get caught up with the chat? And nobody's asked any new questions. Infinite Walrus gave us, like, 6 cents. Says we need a Tank Controls t-shirt.
Oh god.
No, we don't. We don't need that.
Who would buy it? There's so many good t-shirt ideas. It's hard to keep track of all of them. All right.
Have we sold any Ninja Suffering shirts yet?
I don't think we've sold a single Ninja Suffering.
Nobody's bought the Ninja Suffering shirt. I'm gonna go buy my own Ninja Suffering shirt.
You are a Ninja Suffering shirt.
We got like 2 whole versions of that shirt. Go look at it. Buy it.
Damn it! So close. I probably should have leveled up the Thunder one. That would have gotten me a level. I didn't realize they were all different. Can I like undo that? Of course not. This game is ass. I'm just gonna go back this way, I guess.
Okay, for what it's worth, the pixel version looks fucking terrible on the demo shirts that they have. Like, let's see what it looks like in other colors, though. Oh, they've got like, their yellow is like fluorescent optic yellow, which I dig. But why?
Anything else down here? Is that...
The non-pixel version definitely looks way better on the Spreadshirt demo shirts.
I think that what I would have to do if I was gonna like make the not the pixelated one look good, unfortunately, is I'm gonna have to take out the background and just make the platforms floating platforms, because the background, as it's a big square, it does not read very well.
Yeah.
But god damn it, I'm gonna die. Fuck this bullshit. Whoa! Didn't mean to do that, but it was cool. Well, that didn't work.
Have either of you played Ninja Gaiden Black?
Yeah, it's fucking sick. I'm dead as fuck. No, I'm not, but I'm almost dead. Oh, you cunt.
Is there any content on DAT that you would recommend? No.
No.
I don't know what is on...
I don't think anything
DAT.
is on DAT.
Yeah, like, it's very new, and it's like... It seems like... Okay, the thing about all of these, like, alternative sites is that the main people who use them are people who are just interested in the existence of alternative sites. So, okay, the alert box is clearly working, because those gems just appeared in there.
Yeah. Okay. Well, weird.
Yeah, I don't know why. Like, whenever you go, like, if you went to any of the, like, blockchain-based, like, video sites and shit, every video on there is about cryptos. It's all, like, crypto market, like, vlogs and shit.
That's the problem with all this alt stuff right now, is the
Yeah.
only people who are using them are the people that have to.
The people who have to, or the people who are just, like, technophiles, who are just like, oh my god, I want to know, like, what the capabilities are, or, like...
There's no reason
I really
yet.
want non-security, but,
Yeah,
like...
there's no reason for normies to be there yet.
And not just normies, but, like, even, like, for artists, you really have to sell them on the idea that, like, they will have better luck on this platform, or, like... Either that they can create something that they couldn't elsewhere, or that they can promote their art better.
My big thing with DAT is that you don't have to pay for your website.
Right. That's the biggest thing. I will say that, like, I'm very excited about it, especially because the people who we've told it about have all been excited for it. Like, when we talked about, like, blockchain and all this other shit before, it was just, like, people scratching their head and going, like, well, what the fuck usefulness is that going to have to me? Or, like, alternate video sites. But, like, with peer-to-peer, it seems like people get it pretty easily. And, we've got a bunch of people who have been, like, building peer-to-peer shit with, like, since we mentioned it, you know? Like, someone made a pretty solid looking, like, fun, weird DAT site with a video just explaining their research on Beaker Browser, like, you know, on the basis of having seen my video about it. So, like, you know, people have been fucking around with it in the Discords and shit and telling me that they think it's really interesting and exciting. So, yeah, when I know that people are on board, it makes it more interesting. And, like, I just want to lead the charge and just be like, hey, guys, like, make DAT sites, and I'll look at them, because I'm excited. Like, I want to see what kind of weird, unique shit people are going to build, because literally it's, like, all the freedom of just building a website to do literally whatever you want and not having to pay for it, you know?
Yeah, it's great.
So you can just fucking build 1,000 things just for the sake of fucking around.
Ah! Oh, wait, it did level up. Sick.
Did you ever consider doing a comparison vid between Sword Fart Online and No Gay No Life? No. Why? Why would I? They have very little in common. Digi-senpai, what's changed between now and your anime shit now video where you were pretty positive about 2016 being good and that the cream of the crop would show itself over time? Basically just that things have gotten worse. Like, there's been even less good stuff, and it feels like the industry practices are just so bad that the thing is, there's no reason for anime to, like, continue the way it has been. It's just, like, old media has no reason to continue to exist, and anime has maintained itself within the paradigms of old media. So, like, if anime wants to get good and interesting, it just has to kind of cease to be what it has been and adapt to new forms. Why do you guys return to at most 5th or 6th gen games for retro stuff? Are you afraid of old games? It's because old games have mostly been talked about to fuck. Like,
that is definitely part of it. But it's also, I think, is that we have no way of hooking up a Sega Genesis right now.
Well, yeah. But, like, okay, for, like, a Super Nintendo, like, we don't have any Super Nintendo games. That's part of it, is we don't really own anything super old, like, other than a few Genesis games.
I own a lot of good Sega stuff, and I plan on either getting an EverDrive or investing more in Sega. Just because, like, it was my first console. It's one of my favorites.
My first console was the
expensive.
N64, and that's, like, the main, like, that's, like, the oldest shit I've really got on me. But, like, when it comes to Super Nintendo titles, like, not only have all of the ones that anybody considers important been talked about to death, but, like, there's SNES Drunk, an entire channel dedicated to Super Nintendo games. Like, I've seen video content about every conceivable fucking 16-bit game, you know? Whereas, like, the PS1, PS2 eras, there's a lot of, like, nostalgic shit that just hasn't really gotten its dues yet, and it's more interesting to me. Because this is what I'm nostalgic for, like the era where I first really had like a lot of video games was like the GameCube, PS2 era.
All right, big problem, huge problem, massive fucking problem.
Yes.
In order to unlock the door, you have to have the sword equipped. You can't just unlock the door because you have the power. Very annoying. Because you level up your sword, so my thunder sword is better, but I have to unequip it just to open the door, even though I have the orb.
Well, I mean,
dumb.
That's the last time you have to do it, right?
Dumb. I feel like it's probably gonna come back and bite me in the ass later.
This game definitely has like adventure game properties in weird ways.
I don't mind the adventure game properties. I just like, again, you want that stuff to be streamlined.
That is an adventure game property right there. Like,
but I don't want to have to like keep switching items and stuff all the time. Just like, no.
When will that search engine exist? Who knows?
Hopefully not too fast.
Did you ever say why you don't use Redbubble? We do have a Redbubble account. I just linked to the Spreadshirt because people were telling us that Redbubble wasn't as good, I guess.
We have people now saying that
Spreadshirt
does not ship internationally, so everyone who's not in America is fucked.
We have a Redbubble. We
only have the I Am Game shirt on.
It just so happened that, like, when we started up this channel, people were like, Redbubble's not as good, and they were also, like, we didn't make any sales on there, but we did make a sale on Spreadshirt, so I was like, Spreadshirt's the one I'm going to push.
Well, the main reason we even have a Spreadshirt in the first place is because I made the Redbubble, and it was immediately blocked, because it said it was a fraudulent account. So I had to make a Spreadshirt to back up, and by that time, just people already knew about it, so I'm like, well, I guess we'll just keep using this. It took like 2 weeks to get it unblocked.
Do you guys have any Ninja Suffering shirts I can buy from you directly? Not at present.
No, but we could.
I don't entirely... I mean, like, it would be... We would make more money if we sold these shirts directly, so that's cool, but, like, we don't have the materials to necessarily make the shirts, and, like, the quality of the shirts that we have is the same or worse than the Spreadshirt quality. Like, it's not like the show ones that we sell ourselves are like made of better materials than the Spreadshirt shirts.
Look at this thing. I thought it was a bug, and I tried to kill it.
No, I think he's like a shop man or something.
I don't like him. Okay.
I only donate in increments of a few cents because buying bits is gay, but earning them via ads is games. I guess you get bits from watching ads?
You do.
What?
Or you can buy them with real money.
How much for a signed Digi and Tom I Am Games shirt?
Someone has already said that they would give us $30 for a signed I Am Game shirt.
I guess that then.
Can I give you bits?
I think so. If
you have bits.
We also have donations set up. BTW.
No, I have no bits.
If you want to skip the bits.
Have you ever watched any other stream on this website? I really enjoy the I Am Game streams, but it seems like you don't know how gaming streams are normally supposed to work. No, neither of us has like ever watched a stream ever.
What do you mean they're supposed to work? Are there rules?
What is the theory behind this? Why'd you stop uploading to DTube? Because it stopped working almost immediately. Like, the second DTube caught on, it got too big to sustain itself because not enough people were supporting the blockchain network that it's on. So, that's why I'm saying that, like, peer-to-peer is clearly the better system because it just relies on you having at least someone with a good enough connection that has your shit downloaded, you know?
Can you look up what button you have to hit when, like, you do, like, you cross blades, you have to like mash something because I'm mashing square and it's apparently not the button because I've lost every single one so far. Either I suck or I'm supposed to be hitting something else. Not 100% sure. So I gotta say, visually this game stands up and then some. Animations are great, game feel is great, everything's great. This will not open at your current level. Son of a bitch.
Whoa. ESEN FAQ. What is ESEN? ESEN is the counterattack move that kills most enemies in one strike. How does it happen? It happens when the enemy attacks you or is in a position that's vulnerable to ESEN. When pressed at the right time, your player character will dodge the enemy's attacks like it was nothing and strike the enemy with his equipped weapon, killing it instantly.
That's what I want.
Why should I ESEN? Not only does it kill enemies faster, if not instantly, enemies killed by ESEN will release more souls than usual. Furthermore, there's almost always yellow souls released from enemies killed this way. What is the Hajiki Kaishi and Hajiki ESEN? Hajiki Kaishi is where you parry an enemy's attack by pressing the block button at the same time the enemy is about to hit you. You will know that the parrying worked when you see a yellow or white flash and your player character staggering forward. During this, you can press the square button to instantly perform the Hajiki ESEN, a variation of ESEN that pretty much kills most enemies. Note that Hajiki ESEN is also unofficially known as block ESEN in some FAQs and forums. Are there any differences between ESEN and H ESEN besides the parrying? What makes H ESEN different is that you'll get hit less by going into guard mode in case your H Kaisi fails. You can't fully confirm it, but in ONIMUSHA 2, it seems that yellow souls come out less often when you perform it, blah blah blah. What is a chain ESEN? Chain ESEN are manual combination ESENs where you can immediately ESEN enemy after enemy from your initial ESEN attack. Chain ESEN is an unofficial name that's used to describe this attack in various FAQs and forums. How do you perform it? After executing an ESEN on an enemy, press square again at the end of the attack animation. When successful, you'll follow up with another ESEN to the nearest enemy with a random attack animation. You need to time each strikes for the ESEN to continue. It gets harder due to the randomized attack patterns and various timing of each animation.
Okay.
Fucking sick.
Well, I tried doing it and I lost almost all my life and it didn't work.
Okay.
Even when I blocked it, so.
It happens when the enemy attacks you or is in a position that's vulnerable to ESEN. When pressed at the right time, your player character will dodge the enemy's attacks like it was nothing and strikes the enemy with his equipped weapon, killing it instantly. What is the button for it, though? Let me explain that I never cover the extra enemies appeared again on ONIMUSHA, blah blah. What button is the ESEN button? Is it just L1?
I hate how these things take your souls. Then you have to fight them, but they're incredibly annoying to fight.
Types of Isen in ONIMUSHA Warlords. Type 1, Strafing Strike. Don't be confused, the strafing happens automatically. Samanosuke will use this to counter most of the enemy's attacks, especially overhead strikes. After quickly positioning himself beside or behind the enemy, he'll do an overhead slash with all the weapons, except for the Shippu. Type 2, Rising Slash. Samanosuke slashes upward, he'll use this to counter aerial strikes. Type 3, Dash Slash. Samanosuke dashes forward and slashes horizontally from right to left, used to counter some of the enemy attacks. But what is the fucking Isen button? Okay, hold on. How to Isen. Isen is the famous one-hit kill counter attack. Where's the fucking button that you press to do it? The Isen mechanic in ONIMUSHA is the greatest mechanic ever, according to this blog post? Forum? ONIMUSHA Isen button. I should just check the chat. Somebody here probably knows, right? Anybody played this game? Anybody know how to Isen?
Right now I'm just killing dudes, I guess.
Well, the guide was unclear about what button you actually press to do it.
Fuck.
That seems like a great thing, but I can also see it as being vulnerable to viruses if there's some fucking cuck that feels like being a dick. Sure. I mean, it's just like the old internet. Like, literally looking at dat websites feels like looking at the old internet. Like, it's like people are building, like, the most basic shit and, like, GeoCities-ass websites because
fucking
it's like...
cunt!
That's just how it feels. To be back.
Get fucked. Really? There's another one?
The dude doesn't like the new KyoAni anime, therefore the medium is dead. What even new KyoAni anime is there? When was the last...
The one at the Kendo Club.
Oh, I haven't even looked at that.
Or maybe it's
Kyo-
archery.
Okay,
I think
like...
maybe archery. I don't know.
Can I just say I'm not, like, a big fan of Kyoto Animation? Like, I don't know if I'm perceived as a huge KyoAni fan. They have made, like, a handful of my favorite shows, but I'm not generally a fan of theirs, nor have I ever really been. Like, just because they do, like, the most, like, the best animation work does not make them, like, the best studio or anything. Hey, what was that for? Some bits. Got some bits. I'll catch up to the chat eventually, because I'm trying to look for more shit to read about. Can Tom play more games with samurais? Absolutely. Play Nocturne. It has good gameplay and atmosphere, and the story's so minuscule that it's going to be good for streaming.
Give me more power.
I don't want a high quality shirt as much as I want a shirt that Tom Oliver made with his own hands. I figured that's mostly what people want when they want to. I mean, if you want to get an I Am Games shirt, we have some of those. Like,
yeah, we have a bunch.
We don't have any printing paper. The thing is that, like, I Am Games, up to this point, has, like, it's, like, broke even, I think.
About.
Possibly.
Maybe. We haven't crunched the numbers.
Yeah.
Nor do I really want to.
Let's try to figure out what all we spent on I Am Games.
Do we really want to?
How much did we spend on the streaming PC?
That was $100 for the streaming PC.
That's all told?
Yeah, for everything it was $100.
how much have we spent on games? There was
At
$60 for Spider-Man,
At
but
least 200.
you would have bought Spider-Man anyways.
I guess
though.
if you don't want to count that, then probably like 150 on games.
It's like 150 on games, 100 on the computer. It's like 250.
Yep.
And that's probably what you've made individually total. I mean, not made in your pocket, but like on Twitch we've made like $265. And then add another 25 from donations. And then on shirt sales we've made like what, 200 or something? 250,
something in that ballpark. I would be comfortable making shirts here if we could like do pre-sales so we knew.
Yeah.
Because like the problem is right now to get materials to get shirts is going to be like a $300 investment for the paper and the shirts. So we have to know we're going to sell them. Otherwise we're just throwing $300 out. So if we could say if we could get like 15 people to commit to buying shirts and pay us beforehand to actually cover the material cost, then we could just sell shirts no problem because we'd have another like 85 things worth of material to just make stuff.
Do we have a way of setting that up? Do we just get people to send us? I mean, we
just
don't want them to send the money if it's not gonna end. Like if not enough people do it though. Maybe we could do like a minor Indiegogo or something.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I'm not sure what the best way to do that is. I mean, we could always just refund people if, like, say we're gonna have this week.
That's true.
If you don't get it in a week, we'll just send it all back.
Yeah, like it's pretty much just a matter of I Am Games as a business venture is like it's costed a lot of money and a lot of man hours. Like this is not that's just the money of like material cost, not including the amount of time spent like Tom struggling to build the gaming PC, me struggling to get the fucking Streamlabs working, all the time just spent doing the live streams, which has been a fucking lot,
Right.
So probably like 100 fucking man hours have gone into this project,
least.
On top of the cost of doing it. So like it's not really broken even. So like. The thought of continuing to pour more money into it before it's profitable is scary. And it's like, just get it on the goddamn spreadsheet. It's like,
I mean,
the
it
way
sucks
kind
because
of
we would make way more money, but it's just like, we have to invest so much right now.
Yeah.
Like, we have enough, like, after this, even right now, if you want to go count how many of what shirts we have enough to print 10 shirts, I believe.
Yeah, I mean, depending on the sizes that people have. Like, we haven't counted out how much we have of each size. But we just have, like, a random variety of sizes. But the other thing is also we can only print white shirts. Like, the press that we have does not do any other colors. So, like, I understand that people mainly just want to buy a shirt from us. And if that's all you care about and we can get enough people who want to do that, it could be profitable. But, like, it's expensive to buy all the shirts and all the papers and everything. And all the papers that we had left got ran I Am Games on accident.
Yeah, I mean, we only had 4 sheets, so it's not like there was a ton.
Did you ever set up your PeerTube, and are you ever going to use DTube again? I did not set up a PeerTube. I did set up BitChute. I should do PeerTube. I forgot about it. TBH. It's a good idea. How much for a signed Tom, Digi, and Mark I Am Games shirt? $100.
If you want the elusive Mark signature, it's gonna cost you.
You would need tits to abide the Twitch meta. We'll have tits. Mark said that he's gonna get a sex change operation and get tits attached. For tomorrow. For the Soul Calibur stream. How'd Dat get around security? Does it use Bitcoin or something? What security? What do you mean? Peer-to-peer is usually super hackable.
I mean, if you just go to datproject.org, there's a whole huge documentation if you care about the nerd stuff.
Yeah.
It'll break it all down there.
Oh, do we have the manual for this game in the box?
I don't know, maybe.
It might explain ESEN in there.
I think I'm just not good enough to do it.
Have you tried promoting your content by posting on related subreddits? Since some of the games you play are old, but yeah, I mean, that's how the Shinobi video got big. I mean, we won't post them there because we do not participate in Reddit, and that's exactly how I got banned from r/anime, was by sharing my shit on there without having a share
you guys
ratio.
should do it.
So yeah, I mean, if you guys participate in r/games or gaming and you want to post our videos, please, by all means, please post our videos there. The ONIMUSHA or Shinobi video blew up because of that. What are your thoughts on the Disgaea games? I played the first one like halfway through like 15 years ago, and I liked it then. What do you think about the fact NPC is now becoming an insult used to dehumanize people you disagree with? Hilarious.
Yeah, it's hilarious that people are upset by it. Like, it's not
all
thing.
Insults are to dehumanize people you disagree with, incidentally.
Well, the left is like really butthurt about this for some reason. They keep writing articles about it, but like, can we?
Who cares?
But the funny thing is that do you remember like back?
This is the most harmless insult of all time.
Right, but
no one is affected by it because NPCs aren't real.
My point is that do you remember back at the end of when Trump was elected, how everyone they didn't like was a Russian bot?
Right?
Like, just get fucked with your hypocrisy.
Dude, I also don't remember that, because I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Foot? No! Anyway, NPC is probably the best insult we've ever gotten, because it doesn't refer to any group of people.
Right.
Like, it's not... There's no pejorative. It's a fucking internet concept, you know, or a programming concept.
They're just butthurt because it's true.
Like, who the fuck is gonna get offended about being called an NPC?
The entirety of the progressive left, apparently.
That's ludicrous.
They get offended about everything.
Yeah.
It's kind of their game. They're programmed to be that way.
Like any good NPC.
I want a shirt Tom made from scratch. Make the cloth and all.
Now you're stretching it.
I want a signed Ninja Suffering shirt by the man who lived the Ninja Suffering. I tell you what, dude, if we can set up some kind of way that people can pre-order shirts and we can get enough money to make the shirts and print them, we'll do it. Like,
yeah,
it will legitimately make us more money, but like we'd have to activate some kind of pre-orders.
There's got to be a way to do that.
Yeah.
Oh no, I can't run up the stairs. I gotta hit X to go up the stairs.
Download Legend of Dragoon on PSN. Just reminding.
Oh yeah, you gotta do that.
Yeah.
Maybe someday.
Where on the normie scale are conspiracy theorists? They're not on the normie scale.
God. Oh God. Oh God. Oh, I'm dead as fuck. Oh wait, no, I win. I win by the hair of my ass.
By the skin of your teeth.
Did you give me an anime that has a lot of lolly suffering? Higurashi no Naku Koro ni, particularly season 2.
I like how you just had one immediately at the ready.
I mean, there's a lot, and yeah, it's pretty famous.
I wouldn't know. I'm not into that degenerate filth.
What? Anime?
Yeah.
Yay.
Well, the guy's getting fucking murked.
What do you think about bits on Twitch? Does this format of being able to donate in cents interest you, excite you, give you any ideas about how to best utilize it? I mean, it's hard to get excited unless I see a number in the hundreds.
You are in the hundreds, though.
Yeah. Well, some people donate like 5 cents, and it's just like, I don't care. Only through homebrewing a Wii can one fully understand the scale of how shit it is truly no games. The Wii U. Homebrewing a Wii U.
Why? Why are you looking the wrong way? This is a weird game.
The reason I use NPC is because I believe those people don't have souls. On the inside, they truly don't exist. Yeah. I mean, NPC is just another word for normie, right? Like,
no, and when they say you're an NPC...
No soul.
It's not that you have no soul. It's that you... The reason they're using NPC as a meme is because everyone on the progressive left, they just parrot the same talking points over and over again, like that's offensive, that's racist. So they're saying they're NPCs because all they have is a pre-programmed set of responses to stuff.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
I thought it was just the soullessness meme.
Yeah. It's not. It has nothing to do with a lack of soul. That was like just made up to make them like pissed off. But like it's just because like all you do is say the same 3 things over and over again, no matter what happens. Hence NPC.
I see.
And it's great.
But also no soul.
Yeah, sure. I like how I'm getting arrows for a bow I don't have. It makes me feel good inside. Conrad Digital Boy Collins. This game is it's a thing, alright. I keep running into doors I can't
Jalen Harris
unlock.
gave us a cent and said I want my tier 3 emote.
Yeah, I did say we would work on that at some point. But he did send us a tweet asking about it, like, what's the status on the tier 3 emote? And we were both at the gym, and I'm just like, I'll get back to you, dude.
Funny Bunny asks, will Zen Huxtable become games? Maybe. Apparently he
Ooh.
doesn't really play video games, though.
All the more reason why he should become games.
Dude, it's very strange. Like, in my Discord, we were talking about I Am Games, and there were several people who were just like, oh, I really just don't have any interest in video games. And I was like, I can't even comprehend that. Like, my brain does not compute the idea of having any artistic medium you just don't at all, you know? But then again, I don't really watch Western TV shows, and I'm sure a lot of people don't comprehend that either.
I don't, because you're missing out on a lot of good shit.
Like what?
Like, fucking Babylon 5 is a fucking amazing
That's
show.
old as fuck.
This is old as fuck. It came out the same time this did.
I'd probably watch it if it was like on. I mean, nobody talks about that shit. Where do I even watch it?
Fucking torrents.
How long is it?
It's a couple seasons.
Is it like? Do I have to dedicate like 300 hours like most fucking live action shows?
Probably, but it's worth it because it's good hours.
No. Too long. Why are they all so fucking long?
Yeah, no shit. How long have I been playing this? I feel like I've been doing this for hours.
An hour and 45 minutes.
Really?
Yeah.
Feels a lot longer.
Felt shorter to me because I haven't really been paying attention.
Do you want to switch up? Do you want to play this game?
Sure, if you want me to. If you want to read chat.
Sure, I'll switch it up after I save this. I just maxed out the Thunder Sword.
Oh, are we asking for anime recommendations now? Are there any full anime like episode 14 of OG Gundam? That's my favorite episode of anything ever, and a whole series like that would be amazing. I have no idea what happens in episode 14 of OG Gundam. NBC was spawned out of a study that suggested some portion of people had no actual internal monologue or something. I thought it came from that Reddit post that we like discovered on I Am Games, I think, where like when this first came out, it was because this guy posted on Reddit that he did not think in language, and he like made it all the way up through college.
Done studies that show like there are like tons of people who don't think in
that shit's nuts.
Primarily.
It's so weird.
Yeah.
Give me that lappity top.
All right.
I need to be a voice on this show.
Yeah, you haven't really said much this
I don't say anything ever. I'm always just playing the game.
That's not true.
All right, Jalen Harris is the number 1 with 1,011 bits. You guys need to work. Toya, you're only at 700. You're falling behind, dude.
Why is there just a button that makes this vibrate?
Oh, because it's a toggle rumble features on and off.
Oh.
To save battery, because it's a wireless controller. Chuckle Buckets. It's only gay if the ball's censored. Only gay if the ball's censored. Only gay if the ball's censored.
Oh, Triangle is back? That's bizarre.
Yeah, it's It's some weird shit. Yeah.
Oh, you have to level up the fire sword to make it open.
I think so. I leveled up the thunder sword, so any thunder ones you should be able to open now.
Let's see. I got the Byakko. Okay, that was weird.
There are like some chests next to certain save points. You need like codes to unlock. It's very odd.
Let's see.
Babylon 5 is great. This is Alton Williams, 39. My man knows what's up.
Oh, okay. I had to press the X button. I was like, what the fuck?
Western shows almost always turn to shit eventually since they don't know when to stop like shonen. True. Very true.
And that's why I don't watch them.
Yeah, there's some that are actually good, though. Tom, why do you always wear a beanie? Literally just because I haven't gotten a haircut in, like, forever. And this is better than having to... I can just put my hat on in the morning as opposed to trying to tame the beast that is my hair right now. Yeah, BoJack Horseman's great, too. I know you're not a fan of it, but I like that a lot.
I have never said I didn't like BoJack Horseman.
I thought you said it was just depressing and you didn't like it. Because you didn't like that kind of shit.
Okay. I liked the first season, and that's all I've seen of it.
It just gets better.
I enjoyed it.
I haven't watched the new one, though, because
I think it's good. However, it is super fucking depressing. And I just, like, I think it's overhyped. Like, people act like it's, like, this revolutionarily fucking good show because it talks about depression in a realistic way.
I don't
like,
think that's
never
why it's hyped.
before.
I think it's just the characters are, like,
that's
really
how people
good.
talk about it,
well,
though.
people are retarded, and you know this. You're about to die, and also you're using the level 1 sword instead of the level 3 sword.
Well, you handed me the controller, like, hours into the game.
I know.
That's
why I'm giving you instructions instead of trusting you to figure that out on your own.
Well, thank you.
Way
back in the 90s, I was on a very famous TV show.
Really annoyed that Gab marketed itself as a free speech Twitter alternative, but then just goes and bans lollies like a bitch.
Oh.
I guess I can understand why they would do that because their policy is that like anything that isn't illegal and like
lollies isn't illegal.
I mean,
well, I guess it is in England.
It is here in Massachusetts.
It depends.
Okay.
Owning lolly porn is illegal, but not looking at it or creating it.
Tom, buzz the sides of your head and you'll never have to worry about styling your hair. I mean, I could finally be the alt-right proud boy I always have been on the inside, I suppose.
Trick treasure box. Oh, shit.
I don't like these.
1, 2, 3, count.
I'm gonna go back up in the stream.
Do they both go clockwise?
I think so. I only did one, and you told me what to do. Man, there's just a lot of talk about NPCs right now. Some real shit.
Oh. I was just fucking around and I got it.
Hell yeah. You have arrows already, too.
Sick, nasty farts.
You can't block when you have it equipped, though.
So I've heard. Suzaku. These are all named after, like, famous demons, I think. Byakko and Suzaku. I'm pretty sure those are two of the guys that they fight towards the start of Yu Yu Hakusho. Like when they fight the 4 dudes.
Maybe.
I think one of them is Byakko. Well, that sure is a hole I'm looking down.
Unstable Hedonist says he's gonna jet. He's too scatterbrained for this right now. I wasn't aware that there was a lot of narrative or cognitive processing required for IM games, but
Well, I guess he's real scatterbrained.
I'm so non-NPC that I have an entire tribal council chatting up in my head at all times. The downside is they never shut up, says Infinite Wallace.
That's what my life feels like.
You got some headmates there, dude.
I definitely.
You're part of a
got
multiple
some
system.
Fucking headmates going on.
Funny Bunny says, "Have I played Melty Blood? I haven't, but I've seen it and it looks cool."
That's yeah, I've wanted to play that forever. I think it's on my Steam wish list. It's like Type Moon characters fighting games.
We should just like get our Steam wish list and make them public so people can just buy them.
We should.
If they buy them, we'll play them on the show.
Theoretically.
I think if they buy it, we should.
That was kind of why I was always afraid to, because like back in the Digibros days, like sometimes people would offer or would buy me games and like with the expectation they'd be played on the show, but it's like I don't know if it's going to be good for the show, you know? Like I know this one dude bought me a few games and the only one I ended up playing I think was Akiba Strip.
Well, if we get a bunch of them, we should just have a stream where we just dedicate it to playing Steam games that you guys bought. If they suck, we'll just immediately go on to the next one.
Yeah.
That could be like a Friday stream at some point.
I've got that fucking BoJack song in my head now.
Back in the 90s, I was born a very
Tom, you gotta super engage with the chat, bro. I'm playing the game now. So
I know, but there's not a lot. People are just talking.
Constantly
they're just talking about, is it possible for NPCs to be self-aware of being an NPC? No, because then they wouldn't be an NPC anymore.
Yeah.
Digibros Super Mario 64, that was funny. Post your Steam libraries and wish lists for things like that. My parents are deaf, so I could just out loud say what I'm thinking.
Okay.
Tom, this is why I'm not saying anything in the chat. This is the dialogue that's going on right now, alright? Leave me the fuck alone.
Yeah.
Dude, I knew somebody whose parents were deaf, and it was really weird when I went over to his house.
Why? Did he just scream constantly for no reason?
It was really weird.
Dude, imagine growing up like that. You'd like never learn to like filter what you say. You'd be so fucked in real life.
Well, you learn to filter what you say by going to school.
I don't know, dude. What if he was homeschooled? Then you're super fucked.
What to say by like being around women who get easily offended, and you're just like, oh.
That's also how you learn to hit women.
I called you a cunt. I didn't realize it would lead to this.
You should play Quake Zonic. I've never heard that one. Any arena shooter with your viewers. Maybe? Do like a fucking multiplayer thing going on?
We do have a like multiplayer chat or something in the IM Games Discord. What is the deal with that? The burst link chat?
Oh, that's for people to post their like Steam friends and like Nintendo IDs so they can play with each other. That was a requested feature right out of the gate. Fence Setter cheered. They got a bunch of little cheer emoticons. Thanks, buddy.
My only request is a Web 3.0 excitement thread. So we can all talk about how sick Web 3.0 is. Okay, so you're wrong about being able to open these doors because it's not the sword that you level up. It's like orbs that you have.
Oh, well that's bullshit.
Yeah, it's not cool.
Well, it's a good thing I wasted all those orbs on not the right thing.
I mean, it'll be good to have this leveled up sword. It just means I have to grind for souls so I can fucking level up the orbs.
Man, this is a good room to grind in. They just keep spawning in this one. Of course, you have to deal with that fucking thing. Just like hit forward and slash to do a poke. That usually hits them from far away. Like forward and attack on the D-pad. Like up, like to go forward. Oh, I think you have to hold down. Probably have to hold down
R1.
R1 and then yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Sorry, I just started holding that down as soon as combat began. I forgot it was even a thing. Game feel. Yes, exactly.
Game feel. Game of feels.
Jester Monocle, I'm too tired, so here are my objective declarations for the stream. I am Games Legend Dragoon.
That sounds about right.
We know, dude!
I've pulled off 2 ESENs so far, and I don't really know how.
Really?
Yeah.
I wish I was paying attention so I could see how you did it.
I've just been fucking mashing the attack button, but like I guess if you just press it at the right moment.
Maybe that's how the skilled players do it. Do you guys plan to review this game, or are we just playing it? We were talking about possibly doing an ONIMUSHA retrospective since we have the majority of the series.
Yeah.
But that's just one of those long projects that probably isn't going to materialize anytime soon because it would take so much work to get through each game.
I mean, the thing is, they're all short games, so like that's kind of why, like, whenever it comes to like a multi-game project, I've been trying to keep us to games that are relatively short. So like Time Splitters, ONIMUSHA, like not just games that are short, but games that like their library basically died in that console generation. Because that's what makes them fascinating to me, is that these are games that like were considered really good at the time they came out, but then just like because the hype died down, they did not continue to get sequels and get like, you know, continued as a franchise. And like there's certain games that in spite of that like maintained a certain level of hype or like get talked about by you know, internet creators and shit because they're like considered classics. But then there's like all these great games that just haven't really gotten that opportunity yet. And I feel like for older console generations than this one, a lot of those games have gotten their due, but like the PS2 has not really been explored to that depth.
It is odd to me that like the nostalgia kind of like wave hasn't hit for this generation of consoles yet. It's like it's not going to at this point. Like you would think that, you know, we're in our late 20s, like someone would have been like, we're time to take it back to the past to play the PS2 games that sucked ass, but no one's done it.
I mean, I think it's just that it's so like scattershot now what people do on the internet. Like there's tons of people who are covering games from this era, but like they're all weird small channels. Like nobody's gotten big doing it, you know?
Yeah. Namboy says to Isen, hit enemies on specific startup attacking animations. Very vague, unfortunately. Jalen Harris says, I thought you guys were only reviewing games that were relevant. That was the initial plan, but then Shinobi blew up, and it's like, oh, like there was pockets of people who would watch.
I mean, even before it blew up, like the theory behind it was that I said, like, this is clearly a game that that certain people are going to remember as a classic, but hasn't really gotten its due. And so when you cover a game like that, it gets people excited to hear somebody talking about it, because it's like, oh my god, I remember that game. Why has nobody said anything about it for the last decade? You know, and it's like it's kind of a hype is a self-perpetuating cycle. People get excited about something because people are talking about it. If nobody talks about it, nobody talks about it, you know? So like with a lot of these games, it doesn't matter that they were good if there was never a moment where everybody collectively was talking about it, then it'll just go unremembered, you know?
Yeah. Irregular Hunter F says, have you guys played Zone of the Enders? It's the same thing, nobody talks about it.
Everybody talks about Zone of the Enders.
I was about to say, I think Zone of the Enders definitely gets its due.
Zone of the Enders has been well talked about. That's why it's gotten so many re-releases. Because they made the HD re-release on PS3. Then they've now made the fucking
VR one.
VR re-release. Hyperbit Hero has like several videos about it. Yeah, I've seen plenty of talk about Zone of the Enders, and the reason people talk about it. Initially, it was because it was, like, a lesser-known game, but because it's a Hideo Kojima game, and, like, a lot of people knew about it from the demo disc, because it had... Zone of the Enders 1 had the Metal Gear Solid 2 demo disc packaged with it, so, like, a lot of people played it for that reason, but, like, yeah, I feel like that game's gotten its due at this point and doesn't need us to talk about it.
What's that thing? Talk to the door.
It's a door, but you need the other thing. You need, like, the other half of it. The other half of the slab.
It's getting a little sloggy.
Well, I fucking upgraded the orb, so now we can go through the fucking double red doors.
Oh, is that what you needed to upgrade it?
Yeah. I just needed souls. I just had to kill a bunch of enemies and get enough souls to upgrade the orb.
That's not a great mechanic.
Yeah, well, it's like you can either choose to upgrade your sword or upgrade the orb, but, like, upgrading the sword makes it easier to collect more souls, so it probably was a better idea to do that first. but it just means that at this particular juncture you have to grind because the game is paced around the idea that you might upgrade the orbs instead of the swords, you know. But it also gives you a chance to learn your way around the mansion better. Which, again, because this has, like, adventure game proclivities, you will have to go back through, like, a lot of areas and shit. I already did this room.
Iron Games. How has the switch to iPhone been?
Who? Did you switch to iPhone? You did switch to iPhone.
I mean, I had an iPhone for a while, so... I was using an iPhone before I got the Galaxy S9, and then I didn't like it, so I switched back, so...
I see. I had an iPhone as my first smartphone, and I hated it.
I had an iPod Touch.
Dude, I actually did. I loved my iPod Touch.
I ran out and got the
that in
first
college.
iPod Touch when it came out in college, because I thought it was the sickest shit ever. And it was the sickest shit ever.
Because, like, I had no need for a phone, and it had, like, all the other functionality of an iPhone, but they would give them away for... I'm guessing your dad got it for free.
No.
No? Oh. My dad would get, like, free fucking iPod minis and touches, like, all the time.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Check
like
your privilege. Holy shit.
It's, like, just weird... Well, her dad gets lots of free shit, too. That's why I thought that...
What
that
the
probably
fuck?
happened. Dude, if you work, like, a real job, you get
My
tons of
dad
free
works
shit.
a real job, and he doesn't get anything but a hard time.
What real job does he work?
He's a contractor for the U.S. Air Force.
You would think he would get some... Well, I guess it's the government. They don't give away anything.
God.
I mean, if you work in, like... Anytime you go on, like, business trips and shit, there's always, like, care packages full of, like, random iPods and shit.
I guess.
They had, like, 8 fucking iPod Nanos or some shit.
Jalen Harris says, I don't understand why the iPod still exists. You and me both. Dude.
Does it still exist?
They still sell it. They haven't updated in, like, 3 years.
Oh.
Tazzlespa says, Tom, how you feeling about the game dev life so far? Every day is a new headache, but it's a headache that I don't mind getting rid of, because it's fun. It's a fun logic puzzle. Except for when it doesn't make any sense. That's when it's a little frustrating. But overall, I'm digging it. I am excited to get this demo thing done so I can kind of slow down on, like, breaking my face apart on game dev so I can kind of balance it with 3D and all the other projects I want to do, especially getting DAT stuff off the ground. So I got my hands on a lot of cookie jars right now, and I'm ignoring the other ones. Funny Buddy 581, will we be playing Metal Wolf Chaos when it comes to PC? We were talking about it, and I'm pretty sure we will, because it's a FromSoft game.
It's on the list. We're excited about it. It looks fucking sick. It's like the best of both worlds, because it's like a forgotten PS2 classic as well as being a new game at the same time, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like everything we would want for the requisites for this show. I just hope we'll have enough to say that, like, our opinion will be unique from just, like, the standard reviews that will come out at the time.
Do you plan on combining your game dev with DAT? Yeah, I think I'll probably debut, like, the full game on DAT or something, depending on how deep we are into it by that point. I do plan on, like, getting big into Newgrounds again, just because I think Newgrounds is a small pond. But there's everybody who's on there is into the kind of shit I'm into. Yeah, Altered Williams corrected you. Metal Wolf Chaos was an Xbox game, not a PS2 game.
Whatever. Same difference.
There's a big difference, actually. The original Xbox was based on Intel Pentium architecture,
Jesus
while
Christ.
PlayStation 2 used the custom emotion engine built by Sony internally.
It's a great voice. I like how you switched it midway through.
That was E-Rot.
Am I going to continue using Construct for game dev? Depends. Depends. I want to start learning Python, but Construct is really quick. That's the thing. I would not be able to finish a demo of this game in like 4 weeks if I was not using Construct. Like, it simplifies a lot of the shit.
Fucking unskippable cutscene!
She's not even that hot.
No, she's not nearly as hot as the girl from Tenchu.
I know.
Ah, I'm gonna go pee.
The game crash is coming? I don't think so. Oh, we're locked in a room. That's bad.
Are you gonna go to PatriotCon 2018?
Oh, yeah, you bet. Tom is completely wrong. Metal Wolf was totally on Xbox. That's what I said. Digi said it was PS2. But is Construct also pretty restricting? I don't think so. At least not for what I'm doing so far. I mean, again, I'm still a baby game designer, so don't take my word as gospel. I'm sure people who are like fucking gods in C++ will say, yeah, it's super restricted. But if you just want to make a 2D game, I've not run into any significant issues with it so far.
Oh shit, I'm trapped in a fucking cage.
Are you a homo?
I know a bit of Python. The syntax is quite easy. Yes, it is. That's why I originally was looking into Python because GDScript and the Godot engine was what I was using first. It's basically the same thing.
Oh, fucking sick.
Oh my god, this game just got better because now we have boobs.
Yes. Oh, I remember this being a fucking pain in the ass when Trevor was doing it on fucking Digibros.
Did you?
You've played this on Digibros? Wait, is there boob physics? I think there is. I think there's some subtle boob jiggle on that. Hilarious. Yeah, Keyblade Spirit. Whoa, those tits.
I love those tits so much.
Python syntax makes me sad. Why, Merrick? Tell me why. Are you a C++ boy or a C# boy? I don't know what engine I'm going to use. Unity seems like the obvious choice just because there's so much resources for it. But what little I've seen of C# terrifies me, and I don't think I'm smart enough to code in it. I have looked at Unreal Engine. It looks kind of nice. Godot has node-based editing as well, so I don't know. I haven't looked enough into blueprints yet to know if it's worth it or not. There's a lot of options. There's also the Armory engine, which I'm interested in because it's based on Blender, which is what I already use for 3D. So it kind of seems like a natural extension to go into. I don't fucking know. Too many options. I want to get you to level. I want to get to level 10, you motherfucker.
How do I use the? There we go.
You can absorb those.
Oh.
Restore
Hell
your
yeah.
magic.
Oops. There we go. Let there be light. It's a very Resident Evil room.
I'd like to see someone cover the legacy of chain games in depth.
We've got most of them.
We have been thinking about that. Oh, see, this is where the game would lose me. Fucking puzzles? Nah, dude. I'm not about that life. Not about puzzles at all.
Okay. I comprende.
Oh. Oh, I thought you got impaled.
No. This is pretty easy. It's just kind of you only have really one option most of the time. Shit, I went backwards. I guess if I held R1, then I could. Get the fuck off of me! Okay. And just move back. Alright. Now it's complicated. Loving you is complicated.
Why'd you have to go and make things so complicated?
I see the way you act like somebody else.
Dude, life is the worst puzzle game ever. Preach.
Life is the crummiest book I've ever
Have
read.
either of you heard of or
There
played
isn't
Killer
a hook.
7? I think we both own it.
Yeah, Killer 7's fucking dope, dude.
I started playing it, but I never finished it.
It's fucking really hard.
It's pretty messed up.
Okay. That won't kill him.
Dun 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 dun. Killer 7 is literally the GOAT.
It's pretty good.
Ninja Jeff 50. I know you guys are unhygienic, but do you wash your ass?
You gotta wash your ass if you must. You gotta brush your hair if you must. You gotta brush your teeth if you must, or else you'll be funky.
No More Heroes, GOAT. I haven't played No More Heroes, which seems like my game, but it's a Wii game, and I never played Wii games ever.
It's pretty good. It's pretty.
Any plans to review any Digi and May games? Or are those just for shits and giggles?
What Digi and May? What do you mean?
I don't know. Probably games you played on Digi and May.
So he means like, am I gonna review a game because I talked about it on Digi and May?
I assume that's what he meant.
There was like when we first started playing Pokemon Coliseum, I was talking about the possibility of playing it on, of doing a video on it because I'm fascinated by its status as like the most poorly scored Pokemon game, basically. And like exploring why and whether or not it's fair, because like there's a lot of, it was really bizarre because like I had always heard bad things about Coliseum and XD growing up, and like they're like the most poorly rated Pokemon games, but a lot of people seem to really love them and have like really fond memories of them, and it fascinates me. And like when we asked people who were watching the show like why they liked it, it was all like very much the super specific like aesthetic and narrative elements of the game that like made it distinct from other Pokemon games. It's like the marketing worked. Like people like the game for exactly the reasons that they tried to make it likable for. It's just that the mechanics are fucking dog shit, you know? But yeah, I had a feeling you were like, based on my memories of when Trevor played this, I had a feeling that you were sticking me with the controls right before the big puzzle section, and I was like, God motherfucking damn it.
I didn't know, but I'm so glad it happened, because I would have just given it to you immediately, like, nah, I'm out. Funny Bunny 581. Your new favorite platformer that everyone forgot will be Captain Claw. You play as a furry pirate that kills everyone, and it was made by Monolith Productions, creators of Shadow of Mordor and Fear. It was really hard, but actually fun and has frequent checkpoints. If you're not in the Discord, dude, drop it into the game recommendations so we can actually remember you said that.
Yeah,
because I am intrigued. I am intrigued about furry pirates to fight my furry ninja. It'll be sick. People are saying whether we should or shouldn't play the original Nier. You've already played the original Nier, correct?
Yeah, I did a video on it.
Alright, so we're past that. That's the past. That's the olden days. But Keyblade says, if I love it, if you aren't totally invested in the world and characters within the first half hour, the rest of the game will be a waste of time.
Of which game?
The original Nier.
That's interesting. I've never heard somebody say that of the game before.
Selhar says, what non-action games do I enjoy playing? Luminous is fucking incredible, and I would play that for hours because it's amazing.
As in, like, I've always read it as Lumines. Is that the game you're talking about?
The PSP puzzle game with the music.
I assume so.
Probably, yeah. It's Luminous, and it's fucking dope. Other than that, I mean, action games are kind of my jam, dude. Like, I just like fun combat. I'm sure there's a few I could think of if I literally sat here and mulled my brain over it. But, Luminous is, like, one of my go-tos.
I cannot fucking believe I did it. I can't believe I did a fucking block sliding puzzle. There was a big hint, though, in the fact that there were two really small ones, and those had to be the key.
Play Celeste. It's the game of the year. It's a platform that expands on its mechanics a lot.
Celeste looks like a Digibro game through and through. However, I have already seen videos on it that I feel like have probably said everything. Now, granted, if I play it and I feel differently, it's possible I might make a video about it, but, like, the video, like, I would be shocked if I had anything to add to the conversation about that game. Like Donkey made a video that talks about the mechanics and sound design. There was another guy who made some shitty looking video about like what the plot means. And it didn't seem like it had a particularly complicated plot, so he probably got it, you know. But I could be wrong. Nobody's really tried to convince me otherwise. Now, if you're just telling me to play it for my own sake, then maybe. Still playing Crosscode. Haven't gotten back to it in like a week.
You guys should play the Bionic Commando remake. I think it's for PS3. The combat is fun. Interesting. Nobody talks about that game at all.
I remember Yahtzee did a review of it and said it was like okay.
Digi, how has the switch to DuckDuckGo been? Are you using the best feature it has, the bangs? I too am used to Google results and have trouble finding things sometimes.
Bangs?
I don't know what the bangs means.
DuckDuckGo, it basically just feels like using Google. The only problem is that it doesn't have like maps built in. And so like I'm used to just like the way I search for places to eat is that I'll just go to like Google and just type the word food and then I click on maps. When I do that on DuckDuckGo, it just gives me articles about what food is. So I've kind of like at this point now Chrome is my maps browser. Okay. So this took me back to where that save room was. That explains why it had the double fucking... Oh! Get away from me!
Bionic Commando has fun swinging mechanics. Well, you know here at IM Games we are fans of fun swinging mechanics.
Yeah. As my arc analysis.
Something shiny near that guy.
I need to figure out what the fuck this dude's deal is. Hey!
The bow that I don't think we've used yet?
No, I'm not interested. Not a big bow and arrow guy.
No?
No. Unless it's in fucking Tomb Raider.
Corbel says, Bionic Commando is a game that makes you feel like Spider-Man.
Hey, that's pretty good.
According to DuckDuckGo, bangs are shortcuts that quickly take you to search results on other sites. That's weird.
Oh. Bang, bang.
What good is a bow if you can
bang
only
on
see
the
about
bow,
5 feet in
baby.
front of you? Pretty much, dude. Pretty much.
Pretty much.
Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much, yeah.
Mark, someone asked you what the hardest game you've ever played is.
I mean, in terms of being a test of patience, I would say Final Fantasy III is probably a
That I
contender.
finished. But like that's not a hard game.
No, it's just hard in the sense that it's hard to care about.
All games are hard to care about. Have you played Assassin's Creed? Yeah, it's gay.
Okay, well, let me tell you right now. My theory on game difficulty is that there is no such thing as games that are difficult, because every game is just a test of patience. Like, there are some games that you legitimately might never get good at if you're somebody who, like, does not have the capability of reflexive skill. But, like, the difference between a game that people consider hard and one that people consider easy is how long does it take to progress past a segment of the game. Like, it's always just a matter of your patience and dedication. Like, if you practice the same thing over and over again, eventually you'll get good at it. That's how people get good at those good games in the first place. Now, granted, like, some people will develop those skills and they'll carry over to other games, but, like, anybody who's good at video games had a point where they just fucking did a thing over and over and over again until they fucking learned it, because that's how you learn to get good, you know? So, like, there's not really hard and easy games so much as patient and impatient games.
Sure. Don't forget about block.
Because I don't think it's necessarily hard to do the same thing over and over again. until you get good at it. But it is hard to care. It's hard to care for a long time. Alright, so I don't have the Thunder Crystal upgraded yet. Stupid bullshit. I don't have nearly enough souls. Anything going on there in chat,
According
man?
to Tommaso Choco Taco, Bionic Commando has an Easter egg where if you're fighting a giant worm, there is a 1 in 100 chance the main character says, "Whoa, I'm gonna fuck it."
That can't be true.
I don't know if that's true, but if it is, it's the best game ever made. Clearly.
Sounds like a reference.
People are talking about Assassin's Creed. Someone said Assassin's Creed Odyssey, the new one, broke the last fucking straw. The franchise has hit absolute rock bottom.
I mean, did it not do that a long time ago?
I saw a clip of it on Tumblr that made me realize that, yeah, this game is taken over by people I don't like. When there was a cutscene where some, like, lady was like, "Man, I just want to fuck so bad and my husband won't fuck." And then the lady main character's like, "I'll fuck your wife instead." And he's like, "Oh, thank you." And then you fuck. And then he's like, "Here, I'll pay you. Thank you for fucking my wife and not making me have to do it."
That sounds great.
I'm like, what a fucking cuck.
That sounds hilarious and good.
It's ridiculous. When was the last time you saved? That side does not fill me with confidence. Please tell me you saved after those puzzles.
You can find out, bro.
Oh, I don't want to.
Wait, let me see what it says the time is.
Oh, God. Oh, ooh. Big oof. Two emoticons that say big oof.
God, this takes a preposterous amount of time.
It's insanity. Fucking dumbass doomers forgot to save, says Spicy Salts.
Well, that's it for this this I Am Games live stream, I think. What time are we at?
We are at 2 hours, 22 minutes.
Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds about right. I think it's about time to call it a night. Fuck. Fuck!
Alright, well...
Look forward to tomorrow when we're going to do Soul Calibur 6. Drunken midnight stream. We'll probably play the game for some time before it and learn how to play it first. Maybe unlock some shit.
Maybe. Yeah, I gotta refresh my brain.
I can't believe I didn't save after the fucking puzzles.
You're getting some hardcore shit right now. Remember to be the games you want to see and save the games you want to play.
Save the games you want to play.